can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at the Saints defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll get this to about the 38. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And Howell will throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to hook up to Schwartz. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now Howell. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Option play, here's Hall. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
They'll run with Strong, but he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. And the Saints 1st down. Here's Howell. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Elijah Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. A short. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of it.
Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
14.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st down, Howell. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
3rd and 2. Here's Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle, 35 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one.
Panthers nothing.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
17 yards. First down, New Orleans.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Strong grabs it over the middle.
And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Howell going to audible to something else.
They'll set up to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Howell looking to throw again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Saints.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt to follow here. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Alert! 36 power. Screen aim.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give to Pollard running left.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Front left. 14.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
He finds his man, Pollard.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Tony Pollard,
49 yards.
and the Panthers get a bit closer.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down, Howell to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schwartz. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And once more, Howell back to the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Howell down to throw it. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
It's Howell with another throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hall, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to run with Hall. And this time he is in. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 14.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Friday. Left hash.
Wilson. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count. Touch 50. Fair.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 19-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. One last shot before the break. Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Second half starts with a run by Hall. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Oh, good move. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throw caught by Flowers.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. A huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Wilson. Fighting his, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Touchdown, New Orleans. Elijah Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49, Panthers 14.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
On first down, right back to Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second and 7.
19 Tiger.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Elijah Higgins, 41 yards. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Front left, front left. Go, 14. Start it.
Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll go play action. Howell. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Powering through at the 35.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
Nifty move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And the Saints first down.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7.
They'll go again with Hall.
And they can't bring him down.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Strong is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Saints 63, Panthers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
That stop made by Jack Campbell.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now Wilson.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Aubrey Good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. Appears that there he goes, left side. Breece Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Running left, it's Hall. It's a room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, alert. Good guys, 4 down. Hey, alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your cover.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Look for signals. Front left, front left.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and